And joining us to discuss the situation in the Middle East after that unprecedented attack carried out by Iran on Israel is Amir Weitmann, head of the Libertarian Caucus in the Likud. Hello, sir, and welcome to TVP World.
Hello.
So we just learned from a press, from an overview of the press that our colleague did, that Israel's war cabinet is in favor on hitting back at Iran, but it is divided on how to do it. So I'd like to ask, how should Israel respond other than taking a direct hit at Iran?
Well, of course, it's a very complicated issue, and there's no right and wrong, and there is no clear-cut answer, because there are advantages and disadvantages in any course of action that Israel is going to choose, whether we decide to attack or not attack, how we decide to attack. These are, of course, very complicated issue because, of course, having a full-blown retaliation, which on one hand is, of course, completely justified, would potentially lead to a complete escalation and regional war, which may not be in anybody's interest. On the other hand, not retaliating would probably mean that the deterrence of Israel would be damaged. This is also a problem. So, whatever course we're going to be taking is going to have to be thought very, very carefully, and it's not clear-cut. I can't give you a clear answer. I think what has been very, very impressive over the weekend is the cooperation between Israel and its allies, not only the Western allies, but Jordan and Saudi Arabia and potentially other countries in the region, which shows that there is really, a way to extend peace and security and cooperation within the region. I think the best answer would probably be to find a way to sign very quickly a peace agreement, a normalization agreement with Saudi Arabia and maybe Kuwait and Oman and other Arab countries, essentially to isolate Iran and show them that what they have been trying to do since October the 7th is going to fail. That would also be a good answer to Ukraine and Russia, to Russia in the context of the Ukraine war, because I think it's about time that the Congress in America, 6 months too late, passes this incredible bill of $60 billion of aid, which should be passed immediately, which should have been passed a long time ago. And this politicking at the expense of the vital interest of the United States and the Western world as large is extremely damaging. I think it's about time that the West pulls together and faces together all its enemies, whether it's Russia, whether it's Iran, and others, because together we are stronger. We have shown over the weekend that we have the best technology in the world. As you know, we have shot down maybe 97 or 98% of all missiles incoming into Israel. This is a great success of Israel's aerial defense capabilities. And if we're all together and we strengthen these abilities, as the Polish foreign minister said, both for Israel's benefits, but for all the West's benefits, then I think that all our common enemies will have to think twice before attacking us, but we have to be together. What matters here is that the enemies of freedom understand that they are facing a united Western world, being together against our enemies. This is the most important, because being together, we are stronger and we will defeat evil and these evil regimes, whether it's Iran or Russia under Putin and others.
Right. I'd like to ask you about this, about what I spoke about at the beginning, before the interview. $1.35 billion is more or less the rough estimate of what it costs to defend Israel over the weekend. So that leads us to the question. I know Israel's been waiting for this aid package coming out of Congress. Speaker Johnson has said that perhaps he's going to launch a single bill that will only include Israel. Other Republican congressmen say they're going to try and push through the bill that includes Ukraine. But I guess my question is, after this weekend, how has anything changed as to how quick this aid is needed for Israel? I can imagine that some certain, maybe potentially critical missiles or parts of systems could be depleted.
Well, I don't know, and I'm not aware of the level of the amount of missiles that Israel has. But yes, we could do probably with a few $1 billion for earmarked to buy more of these systems. But again, it's not only an Israeli question; it's everybody together. We cannot be allowed to lose, whether it's Israel, Ukraine, or any other Western countries. We have to prevail against these evil forces. If we don't prevail, the world is going to be a dark place indeed. One thing I want to add also is that people have talked a lot how much it cost to Israel, but the question also is how much did it cost to Iran to shoot all these missiles?
Right.
Because how much does a ballistic missile cost? I don't know exactly what's the cost. 1 million, $1.5 million, $2 million. They shot 110, 120, 130 ballistic missiles, and then cruise missiles also, which probably cost a few $100,000 at least per missile. And they also shot over 100. And then the drones are also, I don't know, maybe $100,000, $50,000, I don't know. And they also shot almost 200 drones. So their attacks also cost them many hundreds of millions of dollars, possibly more than that. And Iran is a poor country, and we have to remember that their abilities and their resources are more limited than ours. And therefore, we have the strengths, the economic strengths to wear them down, because we have more capabilities than they have. But only if we get together and we make sure that as allies, we beat these people.
Okay. Well, Amir Weitmann, the head of the Libertarian Caucus in the Likud party, thank you very much for joining us today on TVP World. Great to have you.
Thank you.